Hello, how are you? This is where I wish my iPad would just stay, and then I could just kind of, talk to you like this. Anyway, okay. I wish I could just like have this like little something holder that would have it up like that. At work, I've got I'm on video and it's up, okay, because then that gives you the better view, and then you can adjust it, and then you can go up and down with it and everything. And I wish there's some sort of device that I can just go Anyway, okay, enough of me, enough of my ego. All right, so we just finished chapter 25. Yeah, I don't think I need to say anything more about talking about love and ego and and that sort of thing. Just come out of yourself and try to see where the other person's coming from, and try to walk in their shoes a little bit in your imagination, what it must be like for that person. And the other day when I was working, the person had just been laid off of their job, and they looked to be in like not quite middle-aged, but getting there, and anyway, so they mentioned a few things, and then I said, oh well, that's your thoughts, and I was talking to him about thoughts and stuff like that, and so I was able to share with him, and it come to find out he's a minister. Interesting how God works. And then the person who came on the line with us that he needed to talk to, that person was another little angel, and just would have stayed on the phone for hours to answer any question that this person had. And so between the two of us, God sometimes he just works that way. If you're in divine alignment with him, things just sort of fall into place, and that person was very grateful, just grateful, glad that he made the call, that he, was able to talk to a couple of gals that were in alignment with God, that were able to, from our spirit in us, in our divine spirit, from our spirit to his spirit, you know what I mean? So even though it seems so trivial, it's a big deal, and it moves and shakes and shifts and changes things in the whole atmosphere of things, I believe. Anyway, okay. Chapter 26, a song inciting to confidence in God, an exhortation to wait his commanding to judgment. In that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. Salvation will God appoint for walls and bulwarks. Open ye the gates, the righteous nation, which keepeth the true may enter in. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusts in thee. Trust in the Lord forever, and for in the Lord Jehovah is everlasting strength. For he bringeth down them that dwell on high, the lofty city. He layeth it low. He layeth low even to the ground. He bringeth it even to the dust. The foot shall tread it down, even the feet of the poor, and the steps of the needy. The way of the just is uprightness. Thou, most upright, dost weigh in the path of the just. Yea, in the way of thy judgment, O Lord, have we waited for thee. The desire of our soul is to thy name, and to the remembrance of thee. With my soul I have desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit with me I will seek thee early. And when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness? In the land of uprightness will he dwell unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Lord, when thy hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they shall see, and be ashamed for their envy at the people. Yea, the fire of thine enemies shall devour them. Lord, thou wilt obtain peace for us, and thou wilt also hast wrought all our works in us. O Lord our God, other lords besides thee have dominion over us, but by thee only will we make mention of thy name. They are dead, they shall not live. They are deceased, they shall not rise. Therefore thou hast visited and destroyed them and made all their memory to perish. Thou hast increased the nation, O Lord, thou hast increased the nation. Thou art glorified, thou hast removed it far into the ends of the earth. Lord, in trouble have they visited thee. They poured out a prayer when thou chastening was upon them, like a woman with child that draweth near the time of her delivery, is in pain, crieth out in her pangs. So have we been in the sight, O Lord. And we have been with child, we have been in pain, we have as if it were brought forth wind. We have not wrought any deliverance in the earth, neither have the inhabitants of the world fallen. Thy dead men shall live together with my dead body. Shall they arise? Awake and sing, ye that dwell in the dust, for thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as if it were a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity, and the earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. Chapter 27. I also want you to remember, God is not a God of evil. Okay, anything that he needs to do is only to improve your spirit and to help you to grow and to see the error of your way, that you wanting to do what you want to do, like Satan. Okay, you can't do that. You got it, because God is love. Okay, so love is not controlling. Okay, care for God over his vineyard. His chastisements differ from judgment, restoration of the disbursed. In that day the Lord with his sore and great strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. In that day sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. I, the Lord, do keep it. I will water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I will keep it night and day. Preserve the spirit and keep the spirit, in God. Fury is not in me. Who would set the barriers and thorns against me in battle? I would go through them. I would burn them together. Or let him take hold of my strength, that he may make peace with me, and he shall make peace with me. God, love is very, very powerful. Love overcomes everything. Working at a school that was for the delinquent, okay, or being in a prison, or being amongst hardened people, when you bring love into that environment constantly, not just once or twice, but over a period of time, the hardness falls away and you can get to people. Love is that strong. It does work. And people know that you love them and care for them, that hardness will melt. Okay, anyway, all right. He that caused them that come to Jacob to take root, Israel shall blossom and bud and fill the face of the world with fruit. Hath he smitten him as he smote those that smote him? or is he slain according to the slaughter of them that are slain by him? In measure, when it shooteth forth, thou wilt debate with it. He stayeth its rough wind in the day of the east wind. By this therefore shall the iniquity of Jacob be purged, and this is all the fruit to take away his sin, when he maketh all the stones of the altar as chalk stones that are beaten in sunder, the grooves and images shall not stand up. Yet the defense city shall be desolate, and the inhabitants forsaken and left like a wilderness. There shall the calf feed, and there shall he lie down and consume the branches thereof. When the burrows thereof are withered and shall be broken off, the women come and set them on fire. For it is a people of no understanding. Therefore he that made them will not have mercy on them, and he that formed them will show them no favor. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall beat off from the channel of the river into the stream of Egypt, and ye shall be gathered one by one, O ye children of Israel. And it shall come to pass in that day that the great trumpet shall be blown, and they shall come where ready to perish in the land of Assyria, and the outcasts of the land of Egypt shall worship the Lord in the holy mount of Jerusalem. Chapter 28. Ephraim threatened, Christ promised security of scorners destroyed. Woe to the crown of pride, to the drunkards of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is in a fading flower, which are the head of the fat valleys of them that are overcome with wine. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. The crown of pride, the drunkards of Ephraim, shall be trodden under feet. Glorious beauty, which is in the head of the fat valley, shall be fading flower, as the hastily fruit before the summer, which when he looketh up, it seeth, while it is yet in his hand, he eateth it up. In that day shall the Lord of hosts be a crown for glory, and for a diadem of beauty unto the residue of his people. For the spirit of judgment to him that sitteth in judgment, and for the strength of them that turn the battle to the gate. But they also have erred through wine and through strong drink, and are out of the way, and the priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink, and they have swallowed up wine, and they are out of the way through strong drink, and err in vision, and stumble in judgment. For all the tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. Whom shall he teach us knowledge? Whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast? For the precept must be upon the precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. For with stammering lips and with other tongue will he speak to his people, to whom he said, This is the rest wherewithin ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. But the word of the Lord was upon them, the precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, and little by little, and hear that you may go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken. Therefore hear the word of the Lord, be scornful men that rule his people which is in Jerusalem, because you have said, We have made a covenant with the death, and with hell are we at agreement. And the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come upon us, for we have made lies with refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Okay, I'm going to stop right there, and I will continue on the next video to finish up at least this chapter and maybe one more. Okay, thank you so much, you guys. Leave me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Listen to the songs that I've done, and let me know what you think. Okay, talk to you later.